Greetings everyone. Well, it's a full moon. It's kind of bright outside. I've got a couple other lights here, so I thought, why not? Let's do another lightsaber video. I would like to show you my interpretation of Form 5. There's two different types of Form 5. One of them is more directed toward blaster bolts, and the other one is more traditional lightsaber combat. The idea behind Form 5 is that it's very strong because you use force-assisted attacks to give you a stronger defense, to kind of break down and batter through an opponent's defenses. Now, we don't have the force, but we can at least use force, okay? So, I want to try a couple different ways of doing this. I want to try a high guard, well, kind of a high guard. I want to try a high guard way of doing this. Wait, I don't want to use, I want to use a different font. See if I can find which one I want. This one? No, not that one. That's the dark meat. I want to use my, that's the one I want to use. Okay. So, the high guard. I'm going to do it up here. Kind of like the one that you see Qui-Gon doing. That one shot where it's like Maul, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, you know, that sort of thing like that. So, from the high guard here, you have a lot of potential energy because you're up high. So this allows you to let gravity help in your swings. So let me show you some attacks here. Starting from here, you've got the same basic attacks that you have from other forms. So here, right shoulder, left shoulder, right midsection, left. Now, I would say for this, I think that a sweep would be better for the legs. So, a low sweep. And now, for the other sweep, you can go like this, but it feels weird to loop all the way around in front of your front leg and go up like this. So I would say a spin might work, like this. Okay, and that puts you kind of right back in position. Let me show you from the side. Okay, so, right cut, left, midsection, left, right sweep, and left sweep. Okay? Now, let me do on this side. Okay? Right shoulder, left shoulder, right mid, left mid, right sweep, left sweep. Okay? Now, I think that you should always be advancing, okay? You advance with each step as you attack, because again, Form 5 is aggressive. And it gives you a chance to loop. You can always loop your attacks back up. So, if I go like this, okay? So you can loop yourself back in position. Now, the blocks. Let me show you the blocks. So, again, my thought is you kind of want to have some strength to it because Form 5 seems to have an idea of peace through superior firepower. And so there's kind of a strong offense is a good defense, but also a strong defense will help you to combat their offense. So, let me show you what I'm thinking for defense. Now, you're up here, guarding your right shoulder area. Just twist your hilt around. I've already got it right there. And then for your left, just bring it around. Okay? Now, for your right ribs, you can do a couple things. You can just bring it down, or you can swing it down, or bat it down like that. You can do the same thing for the left. You can sweep it down, kind of bat it down like that, or bring it down that way. Now, for the legs, you can just swing it down like that, swing it down like that. You're just sweeping it away, okay? Now, I would also like to show you, I'm not going to show you really much of counterattacks because the idea is really not much different from Form 1. So I'll let you just kind of experiment with that on your own as far as counterattacks go. But also with Form 5, being that it's very strong and aggressive, it's not really so much that you're trying to counterattack so much as you're trying to break down their defenses. Now, let me show you also, I had an idea for a low guard version of this Form 5. With the idea of being strong. So, with this, what I'm thinking of is where you're kind of like this. You ever seen someone where they're like this and their blade is back behind them? Now, being behind you does not give you the potential energy of this being up high, but it will give you a lot of kinetic energy because of having farther to swing. Your blade has more distance to travel, so it will have more momentum. Okay, so you can use that also for strength. Now, obviously, when you're down like this, it's expected that you would sweep up like that, which you can certainly do. You can sweep up. That's your low right hand sweep, is up like that, and then back you go. So you're just making a diagonal from below. You can also do a mid-cut, and then to loop your way back, after you cut, just kind of bring yourself like windshield wiper in front of you, and then back you go like that. Okay, and there you go. Now, you can also bring yourself over for an overhead cut, which, if you can loop it, is the same idea. You sweep, or not sweep, you swing right shoulder, and then you kind of windshield wiper straight in front of you, and back you go again. Okay? Those are your right hand attacks. Let me show you this way. Right shoulder, right midsection, and then right sweep. And you can also step with these too. So you can, well, not quite lunge, but it's like a stepping advance. Okay. Now let me show you the left. Now with the left, it gets a little tricky because obviously your blade's on your right side, or whichever is your dominant side. So how are you going to do that? Well, you can do a left shoulder cut. Okay, you can do that. But for the sweep and possibly the mid, I would suggest, like I did for the high guard, you can spin yourself around like this. I'll do the left sweep. Okay, or the left midsection. Okay, now, again, it's dangerous to do a turn because it exposes your back. But if you're quick and deliberate, I think you can get away with it. So let me show you the left from this way. Okay, left shoulder. Okay, a left midsection spin, or a right midsection spin, or a left sweep. Okay. Now, let me show you the defenses. Okay. Now you're here. How are you going to defend yourself? For your midsection, or even your shoulder, you already got this line here. Just bring your hands up, like this. Okay. So, for at least your midsection, just bring it up. It's right here, covering all your midsection. For your head, sweep your blade up, a little twist to the wrist, sweep your blade up, and up you go like that, okay? Just because you're down here doesn't mean you always have to keep your blade pointing down. It's just a starting place. Okay, so you can block your right shoulder that way. I mean, if you really want to, you can bring it up, it's fine. So you kind of have two different reaches for that. For protecting the inside of your leg, you can either just bring your blade forward, or you can twist your wrists. And if you do that, you can use both of your hands. One hand to push the hilt, the pommel, and the other hand to pull up on the gripping section like that. So you can do it real quick. Okay, and that'll give it a little kick. But again, you can just bring it forward and that's fine. Now, that's defending your right side. Defending your left side. Now, for defending the right shoulder, you can simply bring it up and you've got it. That's fine. So you can kind of like that. I would not suggest doing this just because, I mean, you can if you want to, but something like that. Now, defending your left side can be a little tricky because, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to do something like this? That doesn't feel comfortable at all. But instead, take a step back, and then you've got room, you've got clearance, like that. Okay, let me show you from here. So here I am. I'm defending my left ribs. Okay? And then, here's a counterattack. If you want to be tricky, you can step back, and then, right there. Wear helmets. Don't attack. Don't gouge people's eyes out, right? So, back, and then you go. You can do that if you want to. So again, defending your left side, you can step back so you can get like this. Now if it's coming at the outside of your front leg, you can simply sweep it away. It's that simple. Okay? Oh, for overheads, really not much different from what's before. Make sure that your blade's kind of pointing down so that way it'll slide off your blade. So you just kind of like that, and you can scooch out of the way a little. If you want to do it the other direction, just bring it up and twist it like that. And if you're up here, an overhead guard, pretty simple. Just bring it over like that, or bring it over like that. So, let me try to drill these through for you one last time before we call it a night. So, here's the high guard. Okay, let me do the cuts. Make myself dizzy. Okay. Blocks. All right. Low guard, attacks. Blocks. so that goes over my interpretation of 4 and 5. And I hope that's useful for you. Hope you enjoy. And I appreciate the comments that I've gotten on my other lightsaber videos. And oh, I let you know, just a little winded here. I did set up a PayPal. You might see that at the bottom of my descriptions there. If you feel so generous as to donate to my cause for perhaps a new lightsaber, I would be very grateful. I'll be sure to mention it to you, or I'll be sure to mention it in any upcoming videos. So yeah, the link will be in the description below where the email will be for that. But anyway, that's all that I've got for today. Thank you, and may the Force be with you.